Okay, guys, so today we're going to talk about this board that we've been seeing everywhere on Facebook. It's called the blessing board or the loom board. I think some people call it the spinning wheel, the snowflake. But supposedly it's an opportunity for you to invest a certain amount of money and then get a huge return afterwards. It's 8 times your return. I'll explain what these numbers and everything means. But the object of this board is that at one point in time you start on the outside. You pay whatever the fee is to get on the board. You start on the outside and you work your way towards the middle. The person that's in the middle is the person that gets paid from all the entries. So let's just use $100 as an example. Everybody on the outside pays $100 to get in. That's a total of 8 spots, so that's $800. That $800 then goes to the person in the middle, which happens to be number 1. Now, my question at this point was, how do you move to the center? There's 2 numbers here. There's a 2 and a 3. So, and of course, those are going to be people's names, people that play. So if there's 2 spots here, how are those 2 spots going to move to the middle when there's only 1 spot? So this is what I learned. After this board is complete and this person in the middle gets paid, you see how the board is split in half here? Then 2 new boards are created. So number 2 takes all the people on his side and creates a board. Number 3 takes all the people on his side and creates his board. So for instance, 2 goes down here and is now in the middle. 4, 6, who are on the outside, now move into here, 4 and 6. 8, 10, 12, and 14, who initially paid to get in and were on the outside ring, move to the next step, 8, 12, 8, 10, 12, and 14. Now their objective is to get 8 more people to buy in. These 8 people pay $100. The $100 goes to the person in the middle. Once it's complete, that's how you get paid. Just like on this side, 3 then goes in the middle on their own board. There they are, 3. 5 and 7, who were on the outside, go closer to the center, 5 and 7. And then 9, 11, 13, and 15, who initially paid the $100 to get in and were on the outside ring, move 1 level closer and they get in here, 9, 11, 13, 15. Again, their individual objectives is to find 8 more people to pay $100 so that the person in the middle gets paid. Now I'm just going to focus on these numbers so you can see what exactly it takes for you to get paid and for you to get your return. So let's say you're number 15. Let's say this is your name. Let's say this is your spot. You started out here, 15. You paid your $100. You move in closer, you're here, 15. You don't pay anything because remember, you paid your $100 already. Once this board is filled with 8 people, it splits again. And remember, it splits in half. So 7 goes in the middle and takes 13 and 15 with him. So we have 7, 13, 15. You have the X's that you recruited on the previous board. And now you have to recruit 8 more people. So these new 8 people all pay $100. That $100 goes to 7. And this board is filled. 7 gets paid. They're out. Once again, the board gets split into 2. Remember, you were number 15. That's your spot. So 13 goes into the middle on its own board. 15 goes into the middle on its own board. Now, the X's are the people that were on the outer ring. The Y's were the people on the outside ring. Now, the Z's are the new customers. So these are the new people that paid $100 each to get in so that you can finally get paid your $800. It's a never-ending process. The board is going to keep splitting. So the key to this is that you constantly have to have new people to play the game. Or you constantly have to have people to play, period. So, number one, is it a pyramid scheme? No. By definition, a pyramid scheme is where someone is at the top of the pyramid and they're recruiting people underneath them, and each and every person underneath them that's recruited and buys in, the money trickles up to the top. So the person at the top is always making money. This isn't the case here because once you get paid here, you're out of the game. The only way you can get back in is if in fact, once you're out, you decide to buy back in and get another spot. You would then pay the $100 and get back in. Now, is it a scam? That's a touchy subject. If it's done properly, no, it's not a scam. But here's where it could be a scam. The theory is that these people here originated from another board. Remember, these spots don't pay. The only people that pay are the outside spots. So the theory is that these people in the middle came from this board. They moved in and now they're recruiting 8 new people. But what's to say that these people in the middle just didn't make a new board? They're not showing the board they came from. They could just say, I have a new game, I have a new board, I split from another board, and they could just make up any 8 names or put all their family in the middle and get 8 people for the outside ring to pay the $100, and they all each collect without paying $100 to get in. So that's where one scam possibility is. Another scam possibility is, again, remember, for you to get paid, you have to start up here on the outside ring, and you have to move down 1, 2, 3 spots so that you get your $800. Collectively working with everyone to find 8 new people to invest at each spot. That's where you run the risk because, 1, at any point in time, anyone that's in the middle or anyone playing can just run off with the money and you're stuck with nothing. You lose $100 that you invested and you're done. Or 2, the board can just simply dry up. You can only get so many people that are willing to invest into this game so that you can keep the circle going. If it dries up, then and you paid $100 and you haven't gotten to the middle yet, you lose your money. Is it profitable? Yes. Is it easy? That all depends on you. It all depends on who you know. It all depends on how much and how hard you work to recruit people. But it is a process. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I condoning this. Am I condemning it? That's a decision for you to make. I'm just trying to give as much information about this loom board as I can. And this is what I was able to find out. A lot of times we find the board like this, empty in the middle. So my question was always, how come there's people in the middle and the outside's always blank? Why don't the people in the middle never pay? And nobody could ever answer me that. That's what made me suspicious about people just making their own boards and not coming from another board that was split like you're supposed to. That's the information I found. If you have any questions or if there's something that I didn't cover, feel free to ask. It's up to you to choose if you want to enter or not.